minutes and then they fought. It's so boring. At the highest level, this game is really, really boring. Let's see, so what do we have here? It doesn't look like anyone's hunting, so that's good. Maybe NALCS is in the highest level. I mean, it's high enough. That has better quality than any game I could ever think about in solo queue.
And drugs what she wants. She gets what she wants. She's not the type to settle for much. She always gets what she wants. She's not the type to settle for much. She always gets what she wants. She always gets what she wants. She always gets what she wants.
How often rare are they? Let's see. I've had some matches in Challenger, like in the past, that felt really high quality, but they happen like once a week, man, or once every 2 weeks. It's like something drastic like that. You don't get those matches often. You have to play at a specific time of the day, which is at night, around like 7 or like 8 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. EST, and then you have to cope that you get all the pro players in the same game, and then the games feel pretty high quality. But if you don't queue up at that specific time and the pro players aren't, and you don't get, and you get mixed up with a couple of random players here and there that don't know what they're doing, then it doesn't feel as high quality again. Okay. Pure damage. Wait, so if you go grass, you feel like you need the power early into win lane and conquer the scale? It depends on champions. On Fiora, sure. You actually do more. The thing is, grasp. It's not that it's more powerful. It just gives you better chances to survive while doing damage. Imagine it this way: conquer is pure damage. Just go in and that's it. You just have a little bit more damage than grasp. But grasp gives you damage and sustain, so you can kind of balance it out a little bit in between them.
And saw your hair tie on my windowsill. Not gonna lie, haven't talked to you in a while. What if I just hit you up? Would it still feel the same?
Yamikaze. He's smurfing too. Hopefully I find him. It's actually kind of hard to beat a talent that gets really fed in lower elo, but we'll see. If he's queuing up around 0.
If your opponent is equal, like Challenger for you, what champions can't you destroy 1v1 on top with Riven?
Nico.
Bad matchups in other words.
Nico, Ryze, Kennen, Poppy, Renekton, Jace, what else? Karma. In general, a bunch of just basically range mages and specific tanks that can beat you, and some bruisers that beat you. Darius? No, Darius in high elo is an even matchup, which can go either way. If the Darius gets ahead, he wins the game. If Riven gets ahead, she wins the game. GP still a hard matchup or not? GP? Skill matchup where GP outscales if he's really good. What about Kled? We feel like that's an awful matchup equal level. Kled is a hard matchup if you go against like the one of the best Kleds, I guess. It depends on the skill level of the player. You don't know how to play versus Rumble? Rumble is probably one of the best laning champions in the game. I don't think there's many champions that beat Rumble in lane. He's one of those matchups that you just scale up with them. Riven can do fine against him actually. Riven can do fine, but if Rumble's really good, Riven shouldn't be able to kill Rumble. You're 12-0 at the games at the moment, right? I don't know, Green. Is it 12 or 13? I'm not sure. I know I haven't lost yet. EK Inspect for 4 months. Alright, here against Jax, I always... If they have junglers like this, like Kindred, ranged champions that can just chase you down the lane, those are the toughest champions to get away from a gank in top lane, because the lane is so long and you have to run and keep getting auto attacked like crazy. So she's actually someone that I have to watch out for. What does he have? He doesn't have bone plating. So in this matchup, I just try to Q him and get extra damage with Qs like that. And once I hit level 2 and 3, I can out damage him until he starts scaling with a bunch of items. So this matchup for Jax is not really winnable. You can go even as Jax if you play it really well. You can look at TF Blade when I've gone against TF Blade in the past. Like he kind of stays even, but even then, Riven should get a lead and win the game off of it if you play this matchup correctly. I'm paying attention more to the minimap right now and making sure that Kindred's not ganking me right now. Yeah, no, I saw her. I could have actually killed her. I don't know why I ate away. I could have killed her there. If she flashes away at the proper time though, I kind of screwed over. It would have probably been a 1-for-1 if I do it actually. Yes, my Karthus is winning the 1v1. Jax is playing extremely safe. I never see Jax players play like this. It's really awkward. He flashed before the trade even finished. He's playing so safe. I don't get it. The trades don't make sense, and he's just giving me everything that I need. It's so weird. By playing so scared, he's actually kind of screwing himself over. Why doesn't he just let him come in for free? No, you don't understand. I'm not talking about it as in like he's just not letting me kill him. But he's just trading improperly. He's using his abilities at the incorrect time, and he's just letting me. He's letting me get all the CS I want. He's letting me get all the poke I want in the lane, and he's not getting anything back for it. So that's really bad. If I go for a trade, for example, If you notice something I do against Challenger Jax players, I use Q to just get a bunch of damage like through the minions, and then when they jump on me, I EW out. But I haven't had to. I didn't feel the need to do that once yet in this lane because he's not trading properly. Teach him. That's really BM. If you go in alt chat and just start teaching your opponent how to play the lane, that's really BM. He's using his E and everything at the incorrect times. It's really screwing him over. Imagine if he had E now. If he had E and used his Q earlier. But he used his E and under the tower there. He could have like potentially killed me with his jungler, but because he used it at the incorrect time, he ends up dying for it. Getting one plate and recall. They have a good amount of CC, so Mark Treads is good this game. I'm gonna get refillable too to get a little bit more sustain. On Fiora, if you want to go Cleaver, do you build team out before Cleaver, or do you rush Cleaver then into Hydra? I do Hydra and then Black Cleaver after. I really like sustain on Fiora. I don't try freezing against Jax because I know that I can slowly jump him down and then dive him. I get more of a lead by doing this than by freezing it and him just sitting back, losing a bunch of CS. He's already gonna lose CS anyway. And if he tries to go for trades like that, eventually I'm just gonna kill him. And there's the Karthus ulti on top of everything too. He's just gonna have a bad time. Okay, give me my educational content. Wasn't it supposed to be a thing? What, educational? Well, I hope you're learning something from these games. That for the most part, what ends up happening. For the most part, what ends up happening is that people don't know how to trade, and you have to capitalize on people's mistakes. For example, if he uses an ability incorrectly, you go in and then you use all of your abilities on him, and he should always lose in that situation, right? It's something really simple. And then there's like the thing about being scared of jungle and lower elo doesn't really work because they don't know how to play it properly either. See if I can get this tower before Jax gets here. Let me see if I can bait her into dying. Actually, I can't because Jax is right there. I would do it if Jax was a little bit further away, but it's pretty close, so I'm gonna reset. What is all of a second? Why not inspiration to go for 5% CR free boots? Because I'm going for lane dominance. I'm not going for scaling. I want to get ahead enough so my lead just carries the game. if you go with 5% CDR and boots, it's just for pure scaling. You basically get nothing early. So what do you go for lane dominance? Well, the same thing I'm going right now. Bone plating is really, really important, I think. And for tenacity, just to make sure if I ever get hit by CC, it doesn't last that long. I do unflinching plus tenacity on the Conqueror page. Got his flash. I can push up one more wave and get my death dance. Oh my god, misclicks. I'm trying to click on the minions and I keep clicking on this part of the tower. Karthus seems broken. Also, this Karthus looks like he's fucking smurfing. He's actually landing his abilities. Let's reset. I'm gonna get my death dance. Why don't you climb with TP so we can see trades and solo kills, not the cheats? I don't use TP against lower level players. Going TP in low elo, to me personally, it's more of a disadvantage than going TP. So, or than going Ignite, because if you go Ignite, you always have kill pressure and you can use it multiple times. Gives you pressure to kill enemy jungle and everything. Since there are so many mistakes being done, TP is more for helping your team with a random like cross-map TP, or erasing your own mistakes in lane by just TPing back to lane, and it's a much safer tool to make sure you don't get as behind, right? But I don't do that. Never done that. The last one ranked challenger I did, I also did Ignite only.
What champion do you pick against ranged champions, specific mages, etc.? Against Riven's bad matchups.
Well, that's when I start picking things like Camille, or I just copy them, and I also go for a hold on. That's when I start copying them, and if I see that they go for a ranged match, at least in Challenger. Okay, in Challenger, if they go a ranged matchup against me, I either take something that's safe into it, I copy and I do a ranged matchup myself, or I just play super safe with Riven or any of these champions, go D-shield, second win, and just get poked, hope that my team wins. If my team doesn't win, then I lose the game. Let's win this. Wow, he actually won that. Nice. Nicely done. When you play against Nathan low elo, they always just sit back and let the wave push. If they're just sitting back and let the wave, and they're just waiting for the wave to push, why don't you freeze it on your side forever? The only way that the Nasus player can make the wave go to his side is if he walks up. Wow, wait, my stun came out, but it didn't go on cooldown. That's weird. That's bad though, by the way. I shouldn't have died there. What are some good Fiora players that I can watch to learn? No offense, what games playing you're not. The games you're playing right now aren't the best for learning. Well, for Fiora top gameplay in Challenger, like learning as a Challenger player, I don't think there's any Fiora players that stream except for this one player that's a master called Forgotten Project, I think is his name. That's if you want to learn specifically how to play in Challenger. But if you're Challenger already, man, I'm really impressed. But well done. If you want to transition into going into playing Fiora, that's actually insane. Lorlo plays her sometimes, I think. I don't remember the last time I saw him play it though. You learn anything by playing low elo, you apply to Challenger? Well, everything that I do in lower elo has a purpose behind it. The only thing is that I adjust based on how many mistakes my opponents make. Even in Challenger, if I know I'm going against a player that makes a lot of mistakes, I adjust my play accordingly. We got two of them for my death, and we get bottom tower here. Not that bad. We're gonna go for GA next item. After GA, I can go Sterex, since they have so much CC. The Tenacity pop would be good, on top of all the Tenacity I already have. You not got Tenacity? Yeah, I have Unflinching, and I have Tenacity Rune, plus Merchants. Good amount of Tenacity. Alright, I'm gonna go bottom and push and just put pressure down there while my team gets the Baron in like a minute or two. You don't need 40% CR? No, you don't need 40%. I mean, it's good, but you don't need it. You only need to be able to get your Q extension completed. That's like the main reason I want the CDR on Riven. How much tenacity do you have right now? Yeah, 61%. That was really, really interesting. I guess it's really, really hard for me to kill Kindred. Even 1v3, I can typically 1v3 most champions, but Kindred, Kai'Sa are a bit more difficult. What's your need for GA? Imagine getting 4 death in silver. Well, this is in silver, but also if you get forced death in silver, who cares? Do you see them as do you see people differently if they die 4 times in silver? How do you see yourself then, man? Can you stop inting, please? I'm trying to learn how to win low level elo games. Okay. Let's get rid of this. If I didn't have all the tenacity that I have right now, this game would be so difficult. Even if it's like a lower level game, like a platinum game. That's why going tenacity is so important. Because even by any chance that they manage to land everything on you, you cannot move. Let me get my J. I think we're rotating to the top side. I like how my Q just instantly hit the ground there. I wish I knew how to replicate that. I think they forfeit there, no? Yeah, there it is. Do you sometimes feel like it's harder to win in game lower elo than high elo? No, never. Be right back.
I still remember that day, 'cause I was awake. The way that you walked into the room has captured my heart. That's how the story unfolds, and I was just blown away by your smile.
Alright, let's go. How much damage did I do that game? I didn't feel like I did.